What's up, guys? We're live. This is how bored I am right now. I'm actually playing head to head. Just to see. I was auto playing earlier and thought, let's actually play for a change. Oh, they didn't reset it. It's on the breakaway. All right. We'll end this here. So little good to say about Team of the Year. One positive is the icon. It's free gum if one chooses, and I still enjoy playing head to head. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to finish some of this stuff. All right. Star Pass. What did we unlock? It's weird. It's not like showing. That's strange. All right. Well, we're only 100 away from unlocking another 99. All right. Are you the only one here? No, there's people here. TTS is not working. Now I'll try it. Should be working. We got stuff to unlock. Star Pass. I think the first thing we should do is basically just run the numbers and see how close everybody's calculations were to what this is. Thanks for the Wednesday. Oh, you're welcome.
123 says unless you have my luck and get 101 OVR players from the 99 plus OVR pack.
Yeah, I haven't even checked yet. The markets, I mean, nothing's selling. Literally nothing is going to sell in this market. I should just empty out everything I packed at reset and just see what I can do. I think the best thing I opened up today was Sun. 108 Sun. But he ain't going to sell. He's going to drop to about 30 mil before he'll be worth anything. Here's what I pulled today. What do we got? Sun there. He's down to 139. Well, now he's down to 137. Let's see. Do we have any under 101? Do we have any 98s in here? I think everything is over 100. Multiple Griezmann. 3 Griezmann today. 104s. Everything's above 100. All the stuff that's left in. You sold Martinez? I haven't sold anything. I don't think I did. I think I sold an icon for like 10 mil. Whoever it was. I think I unlocked Van der Sar. That's who it was. Van der Sar. That one sold. Literally it. Just Van der Sar. Klaus for 9 mil. Yeah, none of them are going to sell. None of this stuff's going to be worth anything. Literally anything. Let's see, where are we at? It's a W. Yeah, I'm assuming that all of this stuff that's in here, Gerard 34.6, everything is just plummeting. Martinez 33.8, Dembele, Davies. They're just gonna keep dropping. And there's no sales are gonna come through any of this. 17.2 now. Aspas 22.6. How do I have so many players? I opened up gem packs. I was looking to see if I could get like Salah. That's who I wanted today. Was Salah. Did not happen. Son was the best pull I had, but it really wasn't. The gems probably weren't worth it just because none of this stuff is going to be worth anything. But at that point, I've been holding the gems this whole time. Why not go ahead and spend 50,000 gems? 50,000 gems today. Eventually, this stuff will get low enough it will start to sell. It's just going to take a while to get it there. Is that right? 22.6 now. They're slowly coming down. Drogba is going to be worth nothing. That's slum value for the 108. 28.5. We're still in range for those. All right, there it is. All the stuff in the market. Yeah, I got the Star Pass. I got the Star Pass specifically for the icon points and the players that it does give out. I mean, I always do the Star Pass just for the boost. It's just an expense I consider part of it. It's basically $10 a month to play. You're going to wait for the market to crash. Dude, the market already crashed. 200, look what we got. 200 skill boost, 400, 600, 800, 1,050, 13, 1550, 18, 21, 24, 27, 3,000, 3,700, 4,100 boost, and multiple 101s. Plus, you're still getting, how many FIFA points does it give back? 250, 5, 750, and 1,000. It gives back 1,000 FIFA points. So it's kind of, it is what it is. I don't need the transfer tokens. I definitely don't need. I mean, they're here, obviously. Where are we at? Like, I am at 20, almost 28,000 transfer tokens. I don't swap my players. I don't test. I don't do any of that stuff. This isn't going away. I can still see what this is because we need these numbers for the event calculations. All right, so let's take a look at this thing and start running the numbers to figure out where we're at. What is the... How many points do you need here for this? 40. We've got 45. What do you need for the exchange? What is it? 498 to 100s? We have 1. All right, we got stuff to do. All right, so How do we want to do this? Let's... Here's where we'll start taking notes. We'll just run right on top of it, just so you can see what I'm doing here as far as all this goes. Team of the year, what do we got? Main tab. I can't see, there's like all these, there's just beer bottles everywhere. Main tab. I've already done this. 5, 10, 15. What's the other one? Points and tokens. We have 10 and 10. So and what do we have? 3 and 5, so 15. So that's daily. We're looking at 15, 10 and 10 for the matches. So it's 20, not 10. 20 for matches, 15 for the, so 35 is 50. 50 each per day times 56 days. $2,800 total. That's for the main tab, right? 2,800 total. 59 points and 75 tokens. How are we getting 59 points? 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, and 15 is 50. So 50 and 50. Then we go to the Team of the Year tab. There's nothing. Team of the Year tab doesn't give anything. Prime Icons tab. This is... Haley, you're going to get 3 ads. So 9 Prime tokens. And 9 Team of the Year points per day for ads. Yeah, videos are already I added the ads for the first one. So 20 and 15, 35, 15 for the ads, that's 50. Missing the 9 points from the ads. That's what I'm doing now. Called them commercials the other day and my daughter threw a fit. She's like, oh my God, they're not commercials, Dad. Jesus, God. I will tell you that supposedly this Prime Icon milestone is supposed to reset. Like, you're supposed to be able to do it multiple times. But right now it's only showing up once. Like, once you complete this Prime tokens for the possible Prime Icon, if you end up with, like, Balak, you didn't get Maldini, that you're supposed to be able to do it more than once. But these people are actually getting it and they're not able to claim it more than once. I mean, I've only got 200 points. It was just from opening packs, but that's where people are kind of stuck with it. What do we got? Reward path. There's nothing or anything in these. Boost. Tokens. What's this one? A 98. And prime tokens. Oh, we get primes. 7 points for the rewards. This is weekly, though, right? These are weekly. And 2 98s. Because the players are going to come into play here. Week 2, we're doing the same thing, but it's a 98 and a 99. Week 3. There's a 98, 7, and a 99. So week 3 is the same as week 2. I don't care about anything beyond just event currency. 98 and a 105 that we don't give a shit about. Same thing, 98 and 7. And 100 plus. So possible. X is going to be the same thing as far as I know. 98, 7, and then 101 plus. So it doesn't help. And 98 and 101, it's not going to help. I love how week 8 gives you Del Piero from the last event. As if anybody wants him. He's worth nothing. Same thing. Okay, so that's from the rewards. It's starting to get confusing. So you should save as free to play to be able to claim a prime if it's free to play. We're going to see. I don't even know. So you can't claim the first node for week 1. What are you talking about? Here? This one? Can't claim 60? We'll see. We'll see how this works. You can claim a player every 5th reward. Is this... What does that mean? Every time you hit 40... You can claim a player every 5th reward. What the hell does that mean? Is it referring to this one? I guess that's where it is, but why do we have 0 of 40? Are there 40 tabs? 8 weeks times 40. Okay, it makes sense. All right, so is that it? That's it for everything other than challenge mode, tournament, and quests, right? So let's go to the quests. Get grand totals here. So daily icons, prime icons, total is 9 times 504 prime tokens, 504 team of the year points. And then the rewards, we're looking at 7 for each week. So and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's say 10 to 12, 98 plus players. Okay, so that's it for that part. Let's duplicate this. We'll do quests. So we have daily quests. What are we looking at? These are the daily. So 5, 10, 15, 20. TOTY tokens. Where do you see prime tokens? Where am I listing TOTY tokens when it's really prime? Where do I say here that they're where do I say that they're prime when they're really TOTY tokens? Pretty sure we're okay. Just making sure, because I could have just as easily messed that one up. So 35 team of the year tokens in the daily quests. The weekly quests, that's 1960. The weekly quests, we have 5, 10, 15, 20. Those are the daily. So weekly, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. $480 TOTY tokens total. The points are different. So it's tokens, points, and prime. Nothing in the daily shit. So it's right there. Let's do... There's no exchanges right now for this. And we have challenge mode. That was the other one. We need 3 Team of the Year players to get into challenge mode. I need to remove stuff from the market. Let's pull out some of these that we know are not going to sell. We'll pull out a Griezmann. We'll pull out... we'll take out Griezmann. I have a 100, and we'll take out a 102 striker. Actually, let's take out Koundé at right back. And those will be the 3 that we put in. And let's make a squad for this. Just so we can get into it. Oh shit, I didn't even have to pull anybody out. We got plenty here. We'll do... Oh, we have a 104 goalkeeper too. Let's take out Czech. And we'll put in there. We'll take out... Kulusevski. And a right back. Wasn't it? We had a right back. And then we'll bring the real squad in. Not that we need them for this, but we'll return the real squad just into there. It's auto-playable. It's 56. Yeah, I know. But I want to be able to get it. So if we do a guide, honestly, I haven't even decided if it's worth about putting a guide together. Okay, so there's is the team, which should allow me entry. Okay, so you're gonna get 56 Team of the Year tokens per week. So dumb. 56. $148. And then Star Pass. Is that it? Star Pass is the last one? Okay, so free. We'll do the bottom first. We've got a 99. 1, 2. How many 99s are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times 98 plus. And how many of the prime tokens? 15, 30, 45. Is it just 45? Let's do the top row. We're looking at 98s. What do we got? 103s, 101s, 101s. Are there any 98s in the top row, or are they all in the bottom? They're all in the bottom. 30, 60, 90 prime tokens for the Star Pass. Okay, so that's it. We got World Cup. Oh, that's the other one. World Cup. World Cup. God, the whole idea of even playing World Cup just makes me want to vomit. Shit, I'm already in one. What, so we look at 15 for Legendary. 15 Team of the Year points. Times 7 per week. That is 105 times 8. 840 tokens. Those are tokens, not points. 840 total over the course of the entire thing. Oh my God. 840 TOTY tokens for all of World Cup. So there's all the numbers across the whole event. The one before Legendary also plays. World Class gives out 15. Professional gives 14. 13. So it's really just World Class is going to be the way to go. That's a good catch. All right, that's a good catch. That helps. The Star Pass isn't going to be a big deal. How much for beginner? 10. And for beginners. Should we add that in just to see if the numbers really change? And times 7 times 8, 560. So, I mean, you're really, it's 280 difference. Rather autoplay beginner than have to play. Yeah. We'll see if that actually makes a difference in the end across the whole thing. Am I forgetting anything? Here, I'll turn this off. Am I forgetting anything? Because this is, what are we looking at? We've got main tab, prime icons tab, rewards tab. We have the quests, the challenge mode, the Star Pass, and the World Cup. The only other thing I can think of is there anything in the store? There is a free pack, a daily free pack in the store. There's a daily free pack. What is there anything in the daily login. That was the other one. Daily login. Okay, daily login. We have 10, 30, 70 TOTY tokens per week. And 1 times 98 plus 1 times 100. It's not a 98 and not 100 plus. It's just a 100 OVR, which you can use for that, right? It's 98 to 100 for the exchanges. So that's total of 560 TOTY tokens. 8 98 plus 8 100. All right, so there's the numbers. And as far as I know, that is everything. That's the magical number. All right, let's see how many. Let's add all this up to figure out the grand total of all this. I'm putting all this into one tab here. Here is everything. All right, all the grand totals. So let's start deleting all this stuff, all the numbers, just to put everything together so we can see it. Daily quests. That's World Cup. Daily free pack. Daily login. Good night. All right, so I feel like it's a longer version of naturally you get one guaranteed instead of keen check. Yeah. We'll see. Okay, so let's do TOTY tokens, and let's add the numbers. We got 800 for the main. Oh no, wait, 2,800. TOTY points and prime tokens in prime. Rewards, there's none. 1960 in the daily quests. 480 in the weekly. Challenge mode is 448. Star Pass free to play, there's none. World Cup is 840. And daily, none. And 560 in the daily login. That is a grand total of 7,088 grand total. Team of the Year points. Is 2,800 plus 504. That's the only place you can get points. Yeah, so 3,304. Time tokens is 4. 6. 45. 605. 98 plus 98 to 100 players. We'll go 10 for the rewards. We'll call it 10. 298 to 100 over our players for 50 exchanges to get in UTOTs. Yeah. Yeah, I'm basing it off of what's possible. Let's say 10 98 plus for the rewards. 10 to 12. So 24. Or plus. So that's 40 98s. 40 98 to 100. So there's your grand total. You can get 101 plus OVR players in the 98 OVR packs. Which one are you referring to? Are we talking about the Star Pass packs? Yeah, I guess you can. We'll call it 4098 plus players. Because some of those packs can give you more. Yeah, in the Star Pass. No, you're guaranteed in some of them. Let's see. These are 99 plus. All the Star Pass can be more, but the reward path are says 98 to 98 plus, but the possible rewards are only showing 98s and 100s. For the main one, it looks like it can be more. Some of these, though, only give out. It depends. Oh, no. Pick a number 1 to 10,000. We'll do 13. I'm going on the low side. 13. The Team of the Year tab only gives out 90 to 100. Okay, but we haven't looked at those yet. I haven't looked at what the exchanges are. Okay. 13 bits.
With Dustin cheered X13.
Thank you, Dustin. Should have picked higher. All right, so for this, we need 40 Team of the Year tokens. So the 98 to 100 player reward. What are we going to end up with? Team of the Year tokens, 7,000. 7,088 divided by 40. It's 177. And then the Team of the Year exchange requires 4. Let's do anywhere from 44, and then if we end up with 40 there, $44 to 54 spins. Will that matter in the long run? No. I mean, if you're only doing 10 a day. For this one, you can only do 10 a day, but I mean, you're only going to get 54 overall. Where is there a milestone here? Complete 50 player exchanges. So 44 to 54, depending upon what your pack luck is. A Team of the Year is an ultimate is pretty much guaranteed. You're basically getting 109. Prime icons, though, it is 40. How many do we have? What was the total for Prime? 605. We need 40 per spin. $15 spins. And so you're going to have 600. The prime icon's out of range. So you're about 1,000 short. And is there an offer? 40 for 1,000 FIFA points? Yeah, no, thank you. You can open packs in the store, though. Oh, yeah. This is all for 1 star pass. So let's just... Oh, shit. This is this 1 star pass. This is 1 star pass. Damn, that changes everything. All right, so let's double the star pass rewards. Star pass. That means another 1498 plus and another 45 prime tokens. That's it, though. Just the prime tokens and the 1498s. So 98. 54. 45. So that takes you to 650 prime tokens. That's another spin. 16 spins. Four times 98 to 100 players. That's 14 more. So that's up to 3 more. Let's say 3 more. So 40, 44 to 57 spins now. Yeah, it's 99 plus, but the team of the year, you're getting the 98 to 100 players. This would be the only one that I actually show. The grand total. Prime tokens, 650. 54 98 plus players. Need 50 spins for an ultimate. You're going to get 44 to 57 spins. That's a lot. I think that an ultimate's basically free to play. You're going to be able to get an ultimate. Worst case, you're going to have to buy a few players in the market to make up the difference just to get it. But as long as you're playing all of that, it's going to be enough. And if it takes 40 per spin, 40 tokens per spin, and you're missing out on 35 per week, it's basically 6 or 7 spins. 6 or 7 98s to be able to autoplay beginner on the tournament. Is that worth it? Or you buy those players in the market for a couple of mil a piece. I mean, personally, I would spend 4 or 5 million coins a week to not have to play World Cup. Me, I would do that. So that's the decision. All right, so those are the numbers that we came up with. I feel halfway, 1.8 mil for a 98. Yeah, fuck that. I'll just, 100%. I'll just spend a couple mil and buy the 98 each week and autoplay beginner for that spin that I'm missing. That is great. That is fantastic way to handle this. To just do, how many do you get? What did we say? That was beginner gives out 10. 10 compared to 15. So 35 points shy a week. 35 points per week shy. Which spin am I talking about? The ones that you use the team of the year tokens for. How to know the Star Pass node's cost? It's exponential. It just grows. Honestly, I mean, as long as you're playing everything every day, it's the same thing. Does auto pass? I think it does. I think it's 11. Do you want me to look? I think it does give out 11, but I can't autoplay amateur and get, oh, it's 12. Amateur gives out 12. Semi-pro is 13. Professional is 14. World class is 15. So if you can autoplay amateur, it's 12. You're only missing out on 21 points a week. That's a 98 every 2 weeks. But if you only get to the final and miss out on the championship, you're only getting 8. That's definitely something to consider. We've got stuff to look at, but I think those numbers are the way. That's how you need to look at it. Here's the first one. I'm going to do these on the other side just because. Thanks for the follow. There it is. There's the numbers for the main tab. Daily quests, weekly quests, challenge mode, World Cup, daily free pack, daily login, and then the grand totals. 7,088 Team of the Year tokens. 3,304 Team of the Year points, 650 grand total on the Prime tokens, up to 54 98 plus players, but we can't guarantee what that is because the Star Pass could give out higher than the 100s. 98 to 100 player stage, 40 tokens. You're going to be able to guarantee spin 177 times. That's going to allow you to do 44 to 57 spins on Team of the Year exchange, depending upon how good your luck is in Star Pass. And you need 50 spins for an ultimate player, so 44 to 57. It's an ultimate player is within range, pretty easy for everybody free to play. The Prime icons, though, you're only going to get 16 spins, coming in with 650 grand total, which is way shy of the Prime icon, milestone. Way shy, unless you're spending all of your FIFA points and gems in the market on the store offers to make up the difference. That's where it is. Oliver, thanks. Do you think the Star Pass is a W? I have mixed thoughts on the Star Pass, specifically because I went ahead and bought it, which I always do. I get the Star Pass. It's just part of my monthly expense. I just spend $10 a month on Star Pass. I don't think about it. I just get it. It's the one thing I spend in the game. I don't buy FIFA points. I don't do any of that other stuff. We just do the Star Pass. And I don't ever really think about, is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? I just do it and I move on. But this is not giving you anything to be able to use for the event. You're getting all of the players that are given out in the pay-to-play side of it are all 101s, which means they don't work for the exchanges. You can get lucky in packs, a 108 on those 103 spins, but the highest you can get on the 101s is a 106. The way Star Pass works is the Star Pass gives you, it's a +5 bump. So if it says it can give you a 99 and up, it could be a 99 to 104. The 101s can go 101 to 106. The 103s can go 103 to 108. But that's as high as any of these go. Plus you end up with a 110 striker for all of, for spending the money. Did an oopsie today. I got very frustrated and spent 75,000 gems on packs. I spent 50,000 on packs. I did 50,000 today in packs just to do it because there wasn't anything else. And I bought these. Where are they at? I bought this one. I bought all 10 of these that were available. That's what it was. And they gave you these coupons that you can use here. And I used the coupons to open up 103 pluses in addition to everything else. I could open the last 20 for 100,000, but we'll hold on to them just to see what we end up doing if we decide to do anything else. Spent 30K and got fuck all. I ended up with Sun, who is in the market that won't sell. Sun was my best pull. Sun and multiple. I got Davies, Marquinhos, Foden, multiple Griezmanns, and then some 104s that are still in here. A few. Trap. Not sure. So where were we talking about that you couldn't open something on day one because you're only at 59 and you need 60? What was that? So 40 here. Let's complete the daily stuff and just do this and see how tough it is. Oh, week 1, node 1. You prefer the old Team of the Year events? Everybody does. Everybody does. We'll get these. We'll do the matches. Bunny Pinball. This is what everybody was talking about. There's the Real Madrid team. What in the fuck is this? Gold bunnies are worth more points. Oh. Oh, you have to aim it. I understand now. Oh, this is stupid. Greatest. That's so stupid. Oh, Team of the Year points. Thanks for the follow. Once we get this stuff done, we'll see what I can pack. And then we'll do the guide. I already did basically the event guide. Let's just run the numbers and see what's possible. Second half. Icon squad, Team of the Year squad. Van Dijk, Salah, Alisson, Nunez, and Gakpo. I want that Van Dijk and I want Salah I'll take Allison. And at this rate, I'm pretty sure everybody's going to end up with everything before the event ends. This is the wrong squad. This is... I still have the challenge mode squad selected. Yeah, the loading pages are pretty cool. That was a nice touch. Overall, though, I don't know. Let's see what you guys think. The few that are here. Okay, there you go. Just curious what you guys think. Poll is running. There might be mini events too. I don't know. How is Ultimate Team of the Year releasing in 3 weeks? Yeah, it is. Ultimate Team of the Year gets released in 3 weeks. Okay, I'm just going to tell you what this is. The whole point of Team of the Year, is it is admitted by EA, this is a soft reset. They are attempting to, like in a very subtle way, reset the game. The players coming into this are all irrelevant. At the end of this event, players that are not Team of the Year will be irrelevant and be outperformed by all Team of the Year players. Their stat numbers show it. Now, it doesn't mean I don't know if they're going to, they may like nerf existing stuff, but they're basically resetting the game because everybody was complaining that we're not having a reset this year. We're 2 years in, blah, blah, blah. I was offside. That there's no reset on the game. So this is their solution. The event is going to pump out so many players over the course of 8 weeks that's about all you're going to be able to do. Is shift everything over to Team of the Year. By the end of this, other than maybe some prime icons from the previous events may find their way into a few squads, but even someone who's just now coming into the game and started to play yesterday will have the only difference between a player who's been playing for the last year and a half, the last 13 months in FIFA Mobile is a number of boosts. That's the only difference any of this is making, is how much boost you have. That's it. It's the only advantage a legacy player is how much boost you have. It's a strange solution, yes. So a player coming in yesterday will have their boost at like 4 or 5 compared to someone who has their boost at 20. But yeah, that's the only difference. And yeah, the training, everybody's all maxed out at their training at 30. All these new players should be able to max their training out and have full chemistry before all of this is said and done. So it's 8 weeks long. By the time the 8 weeks ends, everyone will have a very similar OVR. And then you'll be about the whole thing. You didn't play for 8 months and your boost just got to 17. But the difference between 17 and 20 is about the difference between 5 and 17. Once you hit 17, to continue to move up, it's a huge difference. And I guarantee you were playing in National Heroes. Was it National Heroes or World Cup? One of the one gave out so many frickin' boosts that everybody made huge strides forward. Was that National Heroes? No, it was World Cup. It's such a weird way to reset. Yeah, World Cup is what gave everybody all their boost. The winter freeze thing. Oh, the scam that gave everybody all their stuff. Yeah, Winterfest. Isn't that what it was? Winterfest? Can I play? You got Milner? Yeah, pay to play. People who spend in the game, all their skill boost is at 20. People who buy the Star Pass only, most people with Star Pass only are 19, maybe 20. Free to play are about 18 to 19 right now. We're almost done with this. And then I think I will run... Shit, what the hell is that? Then we'll make a guide. We'll make a very quick guide for this and see how it goes. The icons... are you talking about the prime icons? The milestone? There's a bug right now that once you complete the milestone, it goes away if someone's spending money out of their pocket, an insane amount of cash to be able to complete the prime icon milestone. Just read my tweet. The guide is done. Yeah. I know the icons are refreshing, but I didn't think it was. I don't know if it's weekly or bi-weekly. I think it's bi-weekly. But they haven't said anything about it yet. So here's this. Team of the Year tokens. Spend Team of the Year tokens to earn Team of the Year players. Alright, so what do we gotta do? Spend 40. So we're gonna open 2 of these. Who do we get? Nobody that we want. How close are we? 25. We need 15 more. We need championship, 7 matches in manager mode or head-to-head. Championship of World Cup. 1 match in TOTY challenge mode for 10. And that's complete. How much do we have? We only have 3. We have 3 here. Are we... How close are we on Star Pass? Is there 84 to unlock 1 more? This... We'll do that before the stream's over. We'll do 1 exchange just to see what we end up with. Actually, let's go back to this one if we're going to do the guide. Because we're pretty much done for today, other than challenge mode. We can still do challenge mode. All right, can I make a guide? Challenge mode takes 10 minutes and gives you enough to get another 98 to 100. We'll do that. I'll do the challenge mode after we make the guide. I'll do the challenge mode and then we'll pack and see what player we end up with. I got this one too. We'll end up with something over here as well. We'll do those before we move on to raid. All right. We're going to try to do this. We'll record the guide live here on screen. See if I can't do it in 1 take. It'll be difficult, but I think I can do it. Let's see, guide right. We'll use this one for the numbers. Go here for the numbers. All right, I need a beer. I have some beer. Let's... All right, we're going to try this. It's almost empty. I can't fit, until it's gone, I can't fit any more in the glass because it has to be completely empty to refill. We'll refill once the guy's done. All right. Let's see how this goes. Can we do it in 1 take without any cuts? God, I've had such bad luck with this lately, trying to do the live videos in 1 take. I feel like this one's not much to it, so it should go much easier. We'll see. We'll see. All right, here we go. We'll try this. The guide's already complete. Let's do... this in. All right, we'll try this. We'll try to do this recording live here and just see how this works. Wish me luck. Team of the year is here. It is all about pack luck. Let's run the numbers and see how many packs you're going to be able to open and if an ultimate team of the year is possible. Finally, he sleeps here. Team of the year just dropped today. We ran the numbers live on Twitch to see what was possible, how many packs are going to be open, is an ultimate available for you, is the star pass worth it, basically everything that we're going to need to know, some tips and tricks to be able to make the next 8 weeks the most positive thing you can out of this event. First though, make sure you subscribe here at YouTube, turn on notifications, that you never miss when a video goes live for FIFA Mobile or any of the other content that's on my channel. Now, the guide for the event already came out. That is on YouTube. It basically runs down what to expect out of the event. This video, as far as Team of the Year goes, is going to be just about the numbers. So if you need to understand the event and what you're trying to do, watch that guide first. Don't start with this one. This one is just about the numbers. Okay, so in the verse tab where you play your daily stuff, you're earning your Team of the Year tokens and your Team of the Year points. There is one more piece of currency here that you get on the Prime token or the Prime icons tab, and that is the Prime token. Those are the 3 bits of currency for this event. Team of the Year points, Team of the Year tokens, and Prime tokens. They each do something a little bit different. The Prime tokens, for example, are all about trading these in for a chance at icons, possible Prime icons. You can also get Team of the Year players in here beyond just the icons, so it's not just those. But those are going to be the more packs you open. There's a milestone here for Prime Icon. It requires 1,600. As you can see, 200 here. This was just from spending gems and opening store packs today. A little bit of a spoiler. The only way you're going to get that 110 Prime Icon milestone is if you dig deep in your wallet or you go all out on gems to open packs. It is nowhere near the free-to-play range. It's not going to happen. You're just more than a third of the way there free to play. It's just a bit of foreshadowing and the spoiler. The Team of the Year tokens are what you use here in the Team of the Year tab. This is what you're going to do the exchanges for. The way this works is you use 40 Team of the Year tokens at a time, and those get exchanged for 98 to 100 players. 40 tokens comes into 198 to 100 OVR player. Then 4 of those get exchanged for a 101 to 109 player. It's all pack luck. You can't pick who you want. It's just about how lucky you are when you open those packs. But the whole thing is how many 98 to 100 players are you going to end up with to be able to do those exchanges, and how many do you need? Because you need a grand total of 298 to 100 rated players to get 50 exchanges to guarantee a 109 Ultimate Team of the Year player. That's this milestone right here. Here's another note. Ultimates are releasing 3 weeks into the event. completely different than anything we've ever seen before. Team of the year that we have right here is a completely different animal than anything that we've seen in the past. The reward path is different. This is where the team of the year points come into play. And what you do is, as you earn team of the year points, you unlock nodes on the milestone. If you're playing every day and you're doing everything that you need to do, you're going to be able to complete all these. These are just guaranteed rewards as you go through here for all 8 weeks in this. Now, there are multiple nodes here throughout that give 98 rated players and prime tokens. So that stuff is available. We also have the Star Pass that comes in. The Star Pass does not give out any event currency beyond the prime tokens. There are no team of the year points. There are no team of the year tokens in here, but there are multiple chances to pull 98 to 100 rated players. Now, the way Star Pass works, if it tells you it's a 99 plus, that is a 5 OVR swing. So on this player, you could pull a 99, a 100, a 101, a 102, or a 103. Those were all possible in this node. And you only want 99 to 100s to be able to do the exchange to guarantee you get the ultimate. So everything that you're packing here in the Star Pass is not necessarily going to go toward the players that you need for all of those exchanges. Now, we've added that in and figured that into the numbers so that you know exactly what you're going to do. We'll come back to it. Now, as far as the premium Star Pass goes, it's not giving out any 98 to 100 rated players. It's all 103s to 101s. And remember that there's a 5 OVR swing. So the 103 pluses are the only one that has the possibility of giving out really strong cards. You're only going to get a 101 plus 5 for the 101, so you cannot get a 108 for these. You need to make your own decision if the Star Pass is really worth it for you. It does give you back 1,000 FIFA points along with a lot of boost, but that's pretty much it besides the 110 striker on the 75th node here. Is as far as it goes. Now, this is only half the Star Pass. This is first 4 weeks. There's going to be another one for the second Star Pass that we assume is going to have very similar rewards. So when we ran the numbers, we just doubled what was in here for this Star Pass. That could change, but then a lot of things could change over the course of this event. There could be mini events that we get eventually that come in with this. On top of the actual Team of the Year event that we have, we don't really know. So exactly what can we do with those numbers? Here it is. The main tab is giving you out Team of the Year points and Team of the Year tokens for playing those things every day. From the main tab, you're going to get a total of 2,800 Team of the Year tokens and 2,800 points. Prime Icons tab is giving out 504 Prime tokens and 504 Team of the Year points. For the Rewards tab, you're having 8 weeks of those rewards, and most of them give out 98 plus. Some of them say that it's 100 plus. If it's 100, then it's going to go towards your exchanges, but if it ends up being a 101, it's a dead card. So we really don't know exactly what we're going to get out of all this. So that's why it says 10 to 12 98 plus players. Moving on, we have the quests. The daily quests give out 35 Team of the Year tokens. That's 1960 total. You've got the weekly quests as well. Challenge mode, you're going to be able to do challenge mode. It's very easy to get to. It's 56 Team of the Year tokens per week. You just have to have 3 Team of the Year players in your squad to do it. You're going to be able to autoplay that. It is definitely not that difficult. I think on stream today we said that it was in par with League Tour. Star Pass, like I said, free to play. It's 1498 pluses. You can double that for the second Star Pass. There's really only additional Prime tokens in the paid, but those 98 plus, those 1498 plus, they could be 101s, 102s, and not work towards the exchange. You have to remember that as you move forward. We also have World Cup. If you're going to play World Cup, I'll come back with a couple of tips about World Cup before we finish this. But if you're going to do World Cup and you do play at least World Class, and you need to finish it 7 times per week. There was some confusion about, do you need to do it 3 or do you need to do it 7 times? 3 for the quest, 7 for total rewards. If you do Team of the Year for World Class and finish all 7 every week, it is another 840 Team of the Year tokens. If you're auto playing and let's say you just do beginner, the very lowest level, that 840 drops to 560 Team of the Year tokens. I'll talk about that in a minute. We'll come back for that tip towards the end of the video. There is also a daily free pack in the store that has the possibility of giving out 98 plus players and plus 2 prime tokens per day, but that's not guaranteed. Just realize that it's there and hope that you're going to end up with some 98s from that free pack over the course of the 56 days. There's also the daily login rewards that gives out Team of the Year tokens and 98s and 98 to 100 rated players every once per week over the course of the entire event. So we'll come back to all of the numbers here in a second. I want to show you what that looks like. Here is the daily login that we're talking about. So if you see on the 7th day of each week, you do get a 100 rated player. It's not 100 plus. It is specifically a 100 rated player there for the last day. Those you have to take into consideration when you put all this stuff together and your numbers. Now in the store, this is the free pack that I want to show you. This is the one that does have the possibility of giving out 98 rated players and prime tokens. We're going to consider that for all of this, but they're not guaranteed. Didn't add them into the numbers, but they are there, and it does change things as far as how many packs you're going to be able to open over the course of this thing. The Team of the Year challenge mode is simple to get in. It does give out 56 Team of the Year tokens, but if you look, it's just matches and skill games. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes. You can only do it once, though, per week. It is not once per day. It is once per week. It's open for 3 days. So that means you're only able to claim that 8 times over the course of the event. Do it, obviously, but it's not going to be every day that you're going to get it. The World Cup tournament, the rewards that you can have here. So if we complete this on Legendary, you end up with 15 Team of the Year tokens. Each time you can do it up to 7. If you do beginner and you just autoplay it to complete it and you do it 7 times, you're missing out on 5 Team of the Year tokens per spin through the tournament. That's 35 Team of the Year tokens per week. You can go into the market once these 98s drop in value. Their slum value is under 2 mil. You're going to be able to spend 2 mil per week to claim the missing player. So if you don't want to sit here and play all the World Cup, just autoplay this crap. Take your 10 points 7 times, spend 2 million coins in the market and buy a 98. That's completely up to you if you want to do it. But that's my best advice. 2 million coins and you don't change any of your rewards, I'm not playing any of this. The World Class gives out the same rewards as Legendary, so there's no need to play Legendary. You can just play World Class and get the same level of rewards, but just make sure you make smart decisions on this. 2 million coins and in the market gives you the same rewards overall. That is 8 weeks. That's 16 million coins to never have to sit through 7 rounds of World Cup beyond just starting them and auto playing. So think about that. Make that decision. All right, let's go back to the numbers now that we've seen everything. These are the grand total. 7,088 Team of the Year tokens, and those are going to give you 40 per spin, gives you a 98 to 100 player. You're guaranteed to do 177 player spins. You need 200 players, so you're basically 23 players short, but there are so many players in the game that you're getting through Star Pass and the weekly things and everything, you're looking for up to 54 98 plus players. That means if you have the worst luck possible, and every time you have a chance to pull a 98 to 100, they end up being 101s and above, you're still going to be able to do 44 spins up to 57. You need 50 for an ultimate player. That means everybody's going to end up with an ultimate player before this is all said and done. You're going to be way far away from 2 ultimate players, but it's 1 ultimate player is within range for just about everybody. That is the event. That is Team of the Year. Everyone's going to end up with an ultimate player. 1 ultimate player. That's about the biggest positive that I can say for all this. Lots and lots of World Cup. Basically auto playing every day for a few matches and tons of exchanges, and it's 8 weeks long. We are about 8 hours into the event, and we've already seen the entire market crash because all of these cards are being dumped in. People are spending a lot of gems to get everything they possibly can, and we're just not seeing any movement until this stuff pretty much comes down in value to where it's actually worth moving things, and we start to see the pack luck to see what players are people not pulling, which ones people are getting too many of. Like my gut comes in and says Van Dijk is going to be difficult. Salah is going to hold some value. Players like Griezmann and some of these that you saw a lot come in right away are going to be slum value. They're never going to go above that. The event is basically a soft reset. By the time these 8 weeks end, everyone will be on even playing ground with full Team of the Year squads because their stats are so much higher than all the national and World Cup players that we've had from previous events. Unless you're using prime icons that you've received in the recent events, everything that you have before today's reset is pretty much irrelevant and worthless at this point. That's why coming into this, we're pushing for the value in the game was all about coins. Players were going to be dead by the time this event began. Coins were going to be key moving forward. So hopefully you followed that advice and you have a ton of resources ready to go, because before the next 2 months are up, your team is going to be full Team of the Year. That's it. Thanks a lot. Hope that helped. If it did, make sure you subscribe here at YouTube. Turn on notifications. That way you don't miss when anything goes live. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. As long as you keep watching, I'll keep making videos. All right, was that good enough? I think we're good. Takes me hours to record a 10-minute video lecture. That was I can't remember what we do. The last video was National Heroes, and that was rough. That was really rough. Like, I fucked that one all up. I think I started coughing. I think I went into a coughing fit right in the middle of the video is what it was. That's what screwed that one up. This went well. I'll be able to post that tonight. It was longer than I was trying to get it under like 8 minutes, but we'll see. At least, the one positive is there's not a whole bunch of like left forwards and center forwards and wing backs and stupid shit in this event. We do have, it's basically positions we can use. All right, let's go to challenge mode. We'll finish this out. Forgot the lineup. And we can pretty much autoplay this stuff. Haven't we had strikers in the last, like, 4 or 5 star passes? It feels like. You use wingbacks? Well, now that they've changed things and the wingbacks don't lose any OVR and you can push them forward, then I understand it. The left mids, though, out of position at left wing, they still take a skill boost pump hit. The wingbacks don't. I would be fine with a wingback. When they put this stuff at like outside mid, that's when it sucks. You use a 5-back? I just can't bring myself to do it. Even for head to head, I still prefer a 4-2-4 or 4-3-3. It's overflowing. Ooh, it's so good. See, I don't think that's... It's not strong enough to hold a bottle cap. It'll go through. No skill boost losses, so they are awesome. Yeah, the whole change with the skill boost was a huge positive. All right, while this stuff goes, do you guys want to hear a really good story from my office today? So there is a guy at my office who's been there for like 40 years. Like no shit, he's been there like 40 years. He's probably in his late 50s. And I've been at the same company for 27 years. I've been there 27 years. And he's been there long. He was there long before me. And when I first started, he was just a weird guy. He spend so much time walking around. He never really, I never understood what he did. But he's a department head. And everybody always talked about how he would walk by and they could smell liquor on him and he was always drunk. And I never noticed it, but I'm not a very social person in the office. I'm kind of I'm the normal asshole that's just like, nah, fuck off. I don't want to deal with you. So I've never really been close enough to smell the liquor. But now there's times where they have, people are working remote or they're at home. And they were having a corporate meeting today. And it was all through Google Chat. So there's this big Google Chat meeting. There's dozens of people in. Maybe a handful are at our studio. There's people working remote. There's a couple that are out of state. We had like somebody from Florida. We had somebody from down south. We had some guy out west. So there's this big group of people, but about a dozen of them that were in this big, massive meeting were in our actual office. They were in our office, and everybody's sitting at their desks or in their offices with their headset on, and they're all in this same meeting. And I was not in the meeting because, remember, I said I'm the office asshole. I don't do meetings. I was like, I don't do meetings. They're all in there, and the guy I share studio space with, it's just the two of us in our studio, and he's on the meeting, and I can hear people around are like, what is going on? And he's like muting it and telling me what's happening. So this guy is working remote, and apparently he walks in on the camera. This is at like 10 o'clock in the morning. And he sits down and he's like on screen, but apparently he was blitzed, like completely hammered. and they said he couldn't keep his eyes open, and he was doing that. You ever see the people who do the thing where they think, okay, I'll just do this, like I'll lean my head back so my eyes stay open. They said he kept doing that, like he would be listening to people and his head would go back so he was trying to stay awake. Like was literally that smashed. And when people are that drunk, they have a tendency to when they're pretending not to be drunk, they have this tendency to talk more than they should, because they're trying to prove to themselves and everybody else that they're not drunk, but yet, like, the more drunk they are, the more apparent it becomes. And he was in that mode where he just kept talking, and just kept blah blah blah, and his speech is all slurred, and it's getting bad. And one of the girls in our office she just can't take it anymore, and apparently, I guess he kept talking and his head just kept going farther back, and nobody could understand what he was saying. He kept going mute, and I guess he had a stain on his shirt that was all wet and it was really, really bad. So she's like trying to keep her shit together, and there's all these people in this one big main open room of my office where it's like I'm in the back, I'm in a studio, they're out front in an office, and there's maybe 5 or 6 people in this one big open workspace, and they're all watching it, but they all have headphones on, and when he starts to lose it and his head's dropped back and all this, she can't take it, and she starts to laugh, so she mutes and pulls out, so her screen goes black. And as soon as she starts to laugh, everyone in that office loses it, and apparently in a matter of a few seconds, it went from like 14 people in this thing to like 7 black screens, where all of these people at the home office had to mute and kill their video because they were all laughing so hard. Once one of them started to laugh, all of them lost it. And he's oblivious. He's just, nobody can understand what he's saying. So this goes on the whole time. When the whole video's done and the meeting's complete, people start logging off, and my boss it's just down to a few of us that are there. And at this point, I had to come over. Someone asked a question for me, so I had to step in on the video. And they start, my boss is on there, and there's like 5 of us left, and he's like, "What the fuck was that? What is going on?" And we're laughing. We're like, he was drunk off of he was just hammered. And he's like, I think someone needs to do a well check. Because his thing was, he's like, I think maybe he was having a fucking stroke, or he's having some kind of cardiac arrest in here. We thought it was funny, and he's in medical distress, and he's not gonna, all of a sudden he's gonna die in the next 6 hours, and all we're gonna remember is he had that office meeting and everybody laughed the whole time and nobody checked on him. So they made the vice president do a well check to see if he was okay. And then like 4 hours later, he comes back and he's like, yeah, he's fine. He's just drunk. That's the shit that you can't get that kind of stuff when you're not working remote. Oh, fuck me. I mean, I don't know how and supposedly he said he hadn't drank at all since yesterday. It was impressive. It was very impressive. There is an old Patton Oswalt stand-up routine where he talks about that he went somewhere. I can't remember where he said he was at. Like a comedy festival of some kind. And there was a guy who got up on stage And he goes, I don't know if he was doing mescaline or what was going on, but he had a 20-minute set where he stood at the microphone and dozed in and out of consciousness and slept, and then all of a sudden would wake up and come back into where he left off on the last joke and start laughing. And he goes, it was like performance art, but it was amazing. And he goes, and then he does this routine. This is Patton Oswalt, and he's like, and there he goes, and the lady was in her pussy was real bad. And he does this thing for like 5 minutes where he does that on stage and talks about how this guy killed and no one ever understood a single thing he said. And that was pretty much exactly what happened in this Zoom meeting today at my office. We got to see Patton Oswalt's stand-up routine, except we were talking about warehouse logistics. Good times. Good times. Quantum physics lecture. The best lecture I heard of my life. My office is messed up. Years ago, when, like right now, we've downsized. My company has severely downsized. But years ago, I think the most I ever had was 4 or 5 designers that worked for me in my department. And like a couple of them were students, design students that were on, they would come in for 4 months at a time. So I would have them for 4 months and they would go back to school, and another group would come in for 4 months. So I would have like 2 20-year-olds, and then I had a couple of full-time designers and myself. So there was like 5 of us. And then the guy that I share a studio with now is one of our buyers. And him and I have been friends for 25 years. We're the same age. There's only 7 days difference in our birthdays. So we've always had the same, we like the same music. We've always just gotten along really well. So when we went to this new building, we were like, fuck it, we'll just stay in the same, we'll just share a studio. Because we each had our own offices in the old building. And I had an office outside of a studio. And they're like, we'll just put you in the studio because you're going to work remote most days. So we'll just put you in the studio and we'll just put him in there with you. So it's like the greatest thing ever. But the 2 of us, when it used to be 6 or 7 of us in there, we had, in my studio, we had dartboards. We had, our main table was a ping pong table. We had a fridge that was always full of some alcohol. Jello shots, you name it, something. We had many, what we referred to as our lunches of discontent, which were basically like 2.5 hour liquid lunches that we got used to taking 2-3 days a week. I mean, we got our hours in, but man, I remember one day that there were like 5 of us who spent about 6 hours in my studio having a massive tournament. We had like boards and brackets, and we spent an entire day in a inner studio tournament for a game we called shelf ball. So we played shelf ball for like 6 hours. And what it was is we had this shelving unit that had like 8-inch shelves, and somebody emptied it one day for some reason. And we had these giant high bounce balls. They were like this big. We had a whole bunch of them. I don't remember how they ended up in the studio. But there was a spot where you could stand back about 6 feet and throw the ball onto the ground. And if it hit just right, it would hit the shelf. It would bounce on the ground, go like 8 feet forward, hit the shelf, and then it would get stuck in the shelf. It was and then it would stay there. And if the ball stayed on the shelf, it was worth X amount of points. If you got it to bounce through, but then it came out, you lost points. And we had brackets. Somebody made a trophy. We did that for an entire day at my studio one time. That's the same place I work now. So that's the kind of stuff. Yes, it is the greatest office in the world. The Great Shelf Ball Tournament of 1998. What's even better is where my office is, there is a massive movie theater within walking distance. And before the pandemic, we would go to the movies once or twice a month. We would just leave the studio and say, we're going to take a day. We're going to go do a movie day. Research for something that we were working on. Felt bad for the guest speaker. Work in my company. Yeah, there's been some strange days at my office. I remember I came back one day drunk at the office from lunch. There was a bunch of us that went out. That was a bad day. I had at one point we had this big ping pong table in my studio, and we had a bed. There was an area under the studio, under the ping pong table, that we had like stacks and stacks of boxes of paper, like just, massive cases of different kinds of paper. And we had everything underneath there in a way that you could crawl under the table, and there was a cubby hole that you could hide in. And there was a blanket, pillow, and everything so that you could basically just sleep one off and hide underneath the ping pong table, and no one would ever know you were in there. Interesting. Am I spending? If you go to a Korean restaurant and someone says soju time, I don't mess with soju. No. Not for me. Mero, Silva. What is this? Are these all midfielders? Mane at midfield? He's a left mid? My spending, I spent 50,000 gems opening packs. And beyond that, that's it. This is going to be a very interesting month. We'll just claim our ultimate and move on. What did I get? The best thing I pulled was Sun, 108 Sun, and I think I pulled 106 Marquinhos. Those were the best two. What I'm waiting for the market to completely collapse. The market is already collapsing. Nothing is going to sell. Interesting 2 months. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. I forgot. It's 2 months. I hope there's going to be some mini events or something, because this is going to be brutal. Yeah, I opened 10 of the 5K gem packs. But I still had 130,000 gems left over from World Cup. I haven't used them. 130,000 gems that were sitting there, and I used 50,000, so I still have 80,000 gems. Silvers are showing some demand. Okay, so I have some inside information on that as well. That is a one-time, one and done skill boost exchange. Once you do all 30 of those skill boost exchanges, it goes away. It is not refreshing. You got Van Dijk from a pack? See, that's I haven't seen any Van Dijks. There's so many Griezmanns. That was the card that everybody packed. I ended up with 3 Griezmanns. I want Salah. I don't want Mane. I want Salah, though. Gakpo's too low. I think I would take Alisson in the goal. But I really want Salah and Van Dijk. Salah and Van Dijk are the two that I would like to see out of this. How much is Fowler? Where is Fowler at? How much has he come down to? Team of the tournament, Gakpo. Open 10, you got Nkunku. What OVR is he? Isn't he a 105? Am I thinking right? He's 140 in Western Europe. 106. I'll look. Robbie Fowler. That's the only card that I've wanted that I haven't done yet. Why am I'm bored. What's the score? 8-1. Alvarez. Let's see. Can we... Nope. That was interesting. Rainbow, maintain possession. I wanted to double rainbow the keeper. Bellingham can do it. Here's Alvarez. Nope, didn't work that time. Is the challenge mode easy or what? It's beyond easy. It's awful. How will we survive playing 7 World Cup tournaments per week? I don't even know. This takes forever when you're not. It's so bad. These matches are going to be so awful that you've got to actively play them just so they don't take 4 days to play. Otherwise, you end up with 13 goals. go. All right, we're done. It does take forever if you keep scoring. All right, so there it is. 56 points from that. There's another one. Thrash Knight, welcome. What do we have? Win the championship of tournament. 7 matches in head-to-head. All right, so let's go open our packs. We can open 2 more. 12.6, 8.6. None of them are going to sell. So now we've got plenty to do here. And let's see what we get for the exchange. This is the first one. First exchange. $102 Rice. $21. I don't have anybody here. Are any of these, how bad are the 100s? 320 at 12.4. 4. Still going down. Trap. 231, still dropping. None of these are going to be sellable at any point. Rice. 166 at 22.9. We'll start rolling those down. Plus we have Griezmann. We'll move Griezmann in. Who are we looking at? Fowler. Robbie Fowler. Where's he at? 102. 96.9. I really would like to get him. Should we hold? There's no reason to hold. There's no advantage to holding any of this. Nesta's down to 289. 274 lowest price for Nesta. Check. Fowler. Who would I put in? Who would I swap Fowler in for? El Piro. Who's worth nothing. Can't even give him away at this point. Can you change servers for better prices? No. I'm waiting. Still waiting. I just can't do it. I can't spend the coins. I feel like Nesta's he's gonna come down even further. I wish Liverpool would buy Bellingham. I would be fine with it. I like Bellingham. I still have Bellingham in my squad. Yeah, we'll wait. I need Fowler. I know. I just can't.
MSDR 123 says, think of the joy you will get from buying Fowler. It is priceless.
I think by the end of the week, by this time next week, I'll buy him. This time next week. I want to see some of this. I want to see how low this stuff is going to drop. I want to see where the value in the market is going to plummet to. Team value is down to 179 mil. What if EA servers blow up? Yeah, none of this stuff is going to be worth anything. And I feel like Fowler's going to come down to about 80 mil. Or lower. as we move forward. Yeah, I'll give it one more week. One more week. And then we'll buy Fowler. This Team of the Year event is way different than any Team of the Year we've ever seen before. And not necessarily in a good way. All right, that's where I'm going to end it here for FIFA Mobile. The stream is going to switch over. We're going to play Raid for a while.
MSDR 123 says so one less week of joy.
Pretty much. One less week. Yeah, the guide's done. I got to post it. I'll post it once we're all done with this. But we're getting ready to shift over to Raid. So thanks a lot for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. The other game is going to start here soon. Why am I still playing just to suffer? I have no words. Thanks a lot, guys. The guide will post tomorrow. And thanks a lot. And I'll see you for the next FIFA Mobile one. Raid is going to start here in a second. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it.